All right, so let's look at example A. This is composite figures. Marcy is going to use tile to cover her terrace. A floor plan of the terrace is shown below. How much tile does she need? So, with a problem like this weird L shape, we don't have a formula for the area of that shape. We have formulas for rectangles, triangles, quadrilaterals, circles, but we don't have one for this. So what you have to do for a problem like this is break it up. Put little lines in there and break it up into shapes that you do know. Okay, there's not just one answer. You could put a line like right here if you wanted to, or you could put one right here if you wanted to. It doesn't matter which one. There's not one that's right and one that's wrong. I'm going to choose this one because that's what I like. Okay, so now I have these two shapes. It's a square and a rectangle. Okay, so first I'm going to look at this shape. It's 2 by 2. Well, area of a rectangle or square is just base times height, or length times width. So it's 2 times 2, which is 4. So inside this shape, I'm going to write a 4 and circle it. On this one, it's not that hard, but some of these get very complicated. So I always do that. Inside the shape, I write the area of that shape and I circle it. That way, at the end, whenever I'm adding everything up, I don't miss anything. Okay, now I have this one over here. You cannot always just assume that it's a square or, a certain shape. It may look like a square, but the numbers that are written here may not say that. Okay, so right here, this is a rectangle of some sort. It's area equals base times height. Now the base and the height. The height is right here. That's 4. That's easy. But the base is a little bit tricky. You see that 8? That doesn't mean that that 8 goes with just this purple line. That 8 goes with the entire thing. All the way from here to here is 8. Okay? So that 8 is not just the purple. Okay? So it looks like we're going to have to do some subtracting. And it's not going to look perfect because, well, it's not drawn perfectly. From here to here is 2. So from here to here is 2. That means that whatever's left over here has to be the base of this rectangle. So 2 plus what gives us 8? That means that this has to be 6, because 6 plus 2 gives us 8. Okay, so the base of this is 6. It may not look like it, like I said, but, it's not drawn perfectly. And 6 times 4 is 24. Again, inside of this, I'm going to write it and circle it. That way, whenever I come to my final step, the total area, whenever I do the total area, usually I'll put a little T right down there for total. It's going to be basically me adding up all the different shapes. Sometimes it's just 2 shapes, sometimes it's 5 shapes. Okay, but I'm looking for the numbers that I've circled. So I have 24 and I have 4. Okay, if they're more complicated numbers, then yeah, do it up and down. But this, it's very easy. It's just 28. So my answer is 28. And it is inches squared. But on yours, guys, you don't have to put the inches squared. Just put the number, and that's fine. Okay. You go ahead and do the your turn on your own.